All right, it's day 3 in our moving from surviving to thriving in 2025. And today it's all about identity. Identity starts with the root of I am. And identity is the root of all motivation. Have you ever noticed you have some behaviors or things that you'd like to change, you'd like to do them differently, and you just can't? Well, I've got news for you. Starting the new year with a resolution to do it different, it might not overcome the I ams that are driving the programming behind the scenes. You see, each one of us, when we claim something that is I am, have a little part of our brain called the reticular activating system that perks up. It says, this is who you are, and this is what you do, which means this is how we have to act, which means this is what we're going to feel like and believe about ourselves, which is this will be the picture we hold, and we create a pattern in this thought process that goes from an observation to an action to a feeling and a belief to a picture, and it goes around and around and around. And when we dial into that specific identity, that identity will start to motivate our behavior. Now, the reason why I want this to become a powerful awareness for you is I want you to think of how many things you're claiming that are going into that operating system that you don't want. When you have an emotion, are you claiming I am anxious? I am depressed? I am sad? I am frustrated? I am angry? Really? Is that who you are, or is it how you feel? Because how would it start to change the programming and the way that you show up if you were to say, I am a caring and nurturing woman, and I feel frustrated and angry? When we isolate and separate emotions from identity, we can actually show up as who we are and honor and validate the emotions that we feel. How often do you claim physical ailments or sicknesses as actually part of your identity? I am sick. I am not well. I am tired. I am exhausted. I am stuck. I am hurt. I am injured. Well, if that's who you are, and you send that message to your brain, and it has an observation of, oh yes, I know what this feels like, how do you act? Well, how do you act when you're sick and you're tired and you're hurt? Do you shut down? Do you lay down? Do you isolate? Do you stop behavior? How do you feel? You feel tired? You feel worn out? You feel inefficient? Do you feel frustrated? So what picture do you hold of yourself, of your capacity to build and to grow and to create and to do? And then if we claim that, and that becomes the program we start to operate on, how much are we going to get accomplished? Is there any wonder why we feel like we're just surviving? How often do we claim circumstance as identity? I am broke. I am poor. I am struggling. We claim these moments in life, the circumstances of life, as a part of who we are. And then we start to show up stuck in that identity that is technically not an identity. It's a circumstance, but we owned it. We claimed it. And now we're going to live with it forever. I want you to become really aware of the I am statements that you claim, and I want you to start to claim some on purpose. We want to move from just surviving to thriving. What does that look like for you? We need to put a picture in your head of what 2025 could look like, of the kind of person you could become, that you could be a little more and do a little more and have a little more. What is that picture? What are the words that start to show up? Are you strong? Are you bold? Are you courageous? Are you thriving? Are you honest? Are you nurturing? Are you loving? Are you vibrant? Are you victorious? What are the words? What are the words that start to show up with that picture of your thriving self? And what would happen if every day you started to claim that? Regardless of what your religious affiliations are, there's power also in claiming your origin and a nature to the universe and to God. For me, I am a God-fearing woman, and I recognize that I am His child. That's my belief. And when I claim that I am an unstoppable daughter of God, oh, there is power in that allows me to show up regardless of how I feel, or what my body might be doing right then, or what circumstances I might find myself in. As an unstoppable woman of God, I can show up and I can feel sick and I can feel sad and I can feel frustrated by my circumstances. or I don't have enough money for something, for example. How does an unstoppable woman of God show up when I feel sick? I take care of myself because I recognize that that's important. And how does an unstoppable woman of God show up when she feels sad? Well, I go for a walk outside and I take in some electrolytes because I recognize that those things actually impact the way I feel. And I give myself time and space for me. Maybe I do a little writing. How does an unstoppable woman of God show up when she feels broke? Well, maybe I sit down and come up with some ideas on how to budget money or how to earn additional income. An unstoppable woman of God acts on my life. I don't sit to be acted upon. That is the power of identity and the power of your I am statements. Choose them intentionally.